Welcome to the No Excuses Show. I am Ewa Eckert and I am your host. This is a powerful motivational message on how to have the no excuses mindset. Are you looking to create better discipline, energy and confidence in your life so you can stop making excuses and take massive action in your life so you can become happier, healthier and more congruent with your mission? If yes, this show is for you. For those of you who are a badass already, and those of you who want to become a badass, and learn how to apply the no excuses mindset in the main areas of your life, like mind, body, business, and also your relationships. In this show, I share real life situations, experiences, ideas on how the no excuses mindset helps me and my freak family to achieve success. By having me as your accountability coach, you will be able to finally discover the power of self-belief and self-discipline so you can stop making excuses and create the life you truly desire by being the best version of you. Will you take the necessary steps to implement what you are learning here so you can get to the next stage of your life? It's totally up to you and you only, and no one else. But I encourage you today to take ownership and strive to live your life to the fullest with the no excuses mindset. Hello everyone, this is Coach Eva and welcome to the No Excuses Show, episode number 57. Are you the person that is looking to create a better discipline, energy and confidence in your life so you can stop making the excuses and take massive action in your mind, body, and business so you can become happier, healthier, and more congruent with your mission? If yes, this show is for you, for those of you who are a badass, and for those of you who want to become a badass and change your mindset in all these main areas of your life, like mind, body, nutrition, and relationship. In this show, I share real life examples that help me and my freak family to become successful. So again, welcome everybody to the show. Thank you so much for giving me your time and staying here with me, because it's up to you if you take the necessary steps to become a better version of you in your life. But having me as your accountability coach will create a next step in your life. So stay with me, join me for today's episode because it's going to be really good for those of you who wants to lose some weight. So get some pen and paper, write these things down, and I see you guys popping in. I'm in different social media, so you can see me looking here, you can see me looking there, but I am waiting for your questions. So please participate, because what I've realized over the course of the past few years is there is so much confusion. How Pam, I see Lexi, Bernadette, there is so much confusion going on because the internet is everywhere. People search all this information online. And recently, I'll give you a really crazy story. Recently, my kids been just asking weird questions and posting them online. And the answers were so beyond bizarre and crazy that you would not believe what is out there, what kind of information is out there that sometimes we shouldn't be even reading. So I know there is so much confusion created out there that people search for answers, and it's too much information. So you need to be very selective, right? So in today's episode, I put in a topic: treat the weekend like it's any other part of your week. And I have to tell you that I wanted to say thank you for those of you who submit your questions to me, who sent me a DM or sent me a message or sent us from YouTube. Sometimes there are comments, and those comments create a great topic for my shows. So I want to say thank you to all of you who are actually responding, sending us questions, but also are just responding to anything, because this creates a good content for you. And not only me coaching clients creates so much content all the time. Why? Because with coaching, we try to resolve different problems, right? We try to resolve different issues. And me being in the fitness industry for over 20 years, coaching with all the different locations that we have in New York, bootcamp and boxing, meeting people, doing sales, all these things that happen create a life lessons and create a great content. So that's what I thought, that today's episode is gonna be great for you, because it can, what happens is when you do not treat the weekend, when you're not treating Saturday and Sunday as any other day of the week, you might sabotage yourself, you might run into trouble. So again, if you find some insights in my today's episodes, please take a pen and paper, tag someone in this show, because believe it or not, seeing, commenting, tagging someone in the show can help and can give somebody some good point. Because what happens is, if you're trying to lose weight, right? If you're trying to lose weight and you've been trying all these different things, you find stuff on YouTube, you find stuff on the internet. Sometimes it might be very confusing, because from one side you're doing this, then from the other side somebody else will tell you this. But the truth is that when you wanted to lose weight and stay fit and healthy for life, you cannot have on and off button all the time, because what creates is you create unevenness. You're non-stop losing the weight and then you're gaining. So when we were discussing this just recently with my coaching client, we were discussing the fact that sometimes things happen on the weekend, right? You meet friends, you go out, you go to restaurants, and you forget about your mission. And those are triggers. And I've actually, about those triggers, I talk about in my 360 nutrition course that you can find it, and I'm going to post the link for you guys. There are all different triggers that can set you up. And when you learn those triggers, you're going to also set yourself up for victory. But how are you going to do this, right? You're going out with friends and you're forgetting about your mission, because friends will tell you, oh, try this, try that. There are outside different things that are happening. You're traveling maybe, and you forget that this was your mission, that throughout the week, because you have habits, you create this habit of doing something good, maybe going to the gym, working out, eating healthy, and out of nowhere, something changes on the weekend. And the reason, ask yourself the question, why? Why aren't you keeping the weekend as a regular weekday? What can you change on the weekend so it becomes a part of your weekday? What is that mindset when you reach the weekend? Some people already changing on Friday night. They, with the work, they are like, oh, I'm done for the week. Now I can party. Hello. Now I can go out. Now I can eat and binge and not exercise. Some people have hangover over the weekend. I actually overheard by mistake today a conversation when people were talking about the weekend and planning everything. Today is already Wednesday and they're talking about drinking and alcohol and not working out. If your goal is to become healthy for life, you have to set the intention for the weekend. You have to think, okay, this is not a temporary, this is my lifestyle. What can I do to move more? What kind of exercises can I do on the weekend? Trying to keep the same schedule as much as you can on the weekend. That's crucial, guys. And when you actually come towards the weekend and you already know what time you're working out on Saturday, how you're going to be eating, that if you go out, you're only going to eat a healthy food. So setting up those intentions, being intentional. And if somebody is asking and telling you, oh, it's just on the weekend, you can eat whatever you want, that's not true. If your goal is weight loss. And also not, because I have to tell you, I feel guilty of this myself. When years ago, that was really the time when I was losing weight after the pregnancy, and I would be so strict on the weekdays, and then the weekend come and I would look forward for that Friday. So I can, almost was like a release button. Like if somebody would press it and I would feel deflated. Like I would be like, oh, finally, the weekend. I can do whatever I want, even though I would work out. But what can keep you also in your track is, like I mentioned, the habits. But so many times we don't know what are our good habits. And if you don't establish them, if you don't have someone to help you with this, you might have a trouble right now already during the week. So make sure, you guys, that you're checking these courses that I'm talking about and signing up for them. Maybe 40-day habit challenge, maybe the course on nutrition, maybe creating and scheduling your mastery throughout the week, because those are the courses that will get you to the next level. So I used to sometimes I would skip the workout on Saturday because I would be like, oh, I don't need to work out. But that's the thing, you're changing the schedule, and then automatically, because you change the schedule, you're having a different mindset, right? What happens on the weekend? It throws you off balance because you start doing different things. I'm not saying to not do different things. Go hiking, meet with friends, but keep that mind that eating healthy and working out is your non-negotiable. So what are your non-negotiable? What are the things that you can do today to extend your weekday so you can have a great weekend? Those are very important things in not only weight loss, and just generally speaking, being healthy. Because otherwise you're sabotaging yourself. And let me tell you, when you have one bad meal, you need to do at least 2 or 3 days of high intensity workout to burn it off what was that bad meal. And the bad meals are different. Some bad meal can have 1,000 calories and others can have 2,000 calories. Like guacamole, when you go to the restaurant, people don't realize it's 1,800 calories. That's more than you should consume in a day. Not mentioning the amount of fat and other carbohydrates that you consume. Those are the little things that my course can help you establish and go to the next level. That's number one. Number two is 1 day of bad eating, guys. What happens? It's a whole week of high intensity workout to burn it off. Plus you need to be so strict. Now imagine 1 month. One week of eating bad. That's a whole month of workouts and being strict. So I wanted to ask you, what is your problem today? What is the struggle that you have today? What is it? And how are you dealing with this? Are you staying connected to the weekend? Are you doing the same thing that you've been doing on the weekdays as far as your non-negotiables? And also ask yourself a question. When you go into the weekend mode and you let go of everything that happened, like so many people look for this. They finish their job and something clicks in them and they totally change. How your mindset is changing. What happens? Now realize that you might be making a lot of excuses. Not only in this department of your life, but other departments. Other departments go. For those of you who are maybe entrepreneurs or people that work for yourself, you have your own company. This can happen too. When you overwork yourself during the week, and then weekend comes and you forget about your company, forget about everything, and along comes the nutrition and the eating and the exercising because you want to have that off button. But the off button, when you entrepreneur, is never off. It's always on. You can have a different intensity, and you should have a different intensity, but it's never off. That's one thing. The same with workout and nutrition. This button should be on. And I'm not saying that you cannot go out and have, you can have a frozen yogurt, but ask yourself a question. Am I happy with the way how I look and feel? Am I sabotaging myself? Because after a bad weekend, you're coming into a Monday and your whole mindset is already changed. So think about this today, because over the course of training people for so many years, we're talking about being in fitness and nutrition for over 20 years, we've seen that happen to so many people. People would be so good during the week, and then the weekend comes, and that was like a button off. but then you're sabotaging yourself. You're really going against your current. You're going against what you've been working on so hard during the week. And how do I flip that switch on me? I tell you, I've realized, that was years ago, that I was always searching for that weekend. I was always searching for and thinking about what I can eat that I didn't eat during the week. And I am a coach, so I know that happens to you. I know this. And if somebody tells me that it's not real. How you can switch this is by switching your mindset. So I'm looking forward activities that I can do with my family, things that we can explore, different workouts. Like every Saturday we have that awesome suffering Saturday workout, we call it. Friday is the Freak Freedom workout. Saturday is that suffering Saturday, when we have the hardest workout of the week. And it's not just an hour. We go for an hour and a half, 2 hours, sometimes friends and project guys coming in and all these different people that, and other entrepreneurs, even different people coming to our house to do that workout. And that's what I'm looking for. How can I go to the next level? How can I push in that workout? How can I go more so I can feel better? So it has to be that flip in that mindset, guys. How you can switch this? How can you change the way how you think? You need to move your focus from your food to something else. And I always tell this to my clients. That focus, you can manipulate. You can manipulate the focus. And what I mean by this, what happens when you have so much time on your hands? Like you are in a relaxed mode. You start searching a lot of times. I've learned this from my clients for food. I even done it myself. In a relaxed state, total relaxation, they're not even feeling hungry, but they're searching for food. They're searching for something because they are not busy on something. So I said, grab a book. Do something creative. Spark this enthusiasm and that love for life in something. Because when we are bored, the boredom can create eating, overeating, and searching for food. That's what it is a lot of times. So but in order for you to find this, you need to be so aware of your action. And if you not pausing for a moment, not stopping, not doing daily reflection, not writing down, what did I learn today? How I show up today? How can I change? And what are my victories? All these things that I teach you in the courses, me and the Freak are teaching in the courses, and also in our private one-on-one sessions, you're gonna end up not growing. You're gonna be still in the same spot and dealing still with the same problems. So I want to teach you today, and I want to point this out to, as we come in closer towards the weekend, ask yourself, what am I looking towards in that weekend? And if you have been sabotaging yourself, if you have been like that person on and off, and you are so frustrated on Monday that you've been working so hard the whole week, and then this weekend came and you overeat, ask yourself, what were the triggers? Was it going out with your friends? Maybe the restaurants, maybe the nightlife, maybe things have to be cut out of your schedule right now till you actually learn the level of saying no, or learn the level to be so independent and so strong in your will that when you even go out, you're gonna say, I'm sorry, I can't eat that. I have to be healthy. Or you are the one that picking the restaurant, not other people, taking the leadership, taking the charge, and you doing it. Ask yourself a question. What can I focus on this weekend so I will not do the same thing? And who are you accountable? Who is in that journey that is helping you? Are you alone? Are you feeling, maybe you are just alone. Maybe you feeling alone, and that's why you're doing what you're doing. Maybe you're staying home not meeting friends, not going out there, not making your life excited. And that's why you start reaching for food, because you are away. Again, if you are working during the week and you are outside of the house, but then the weekend comes and you're staying at home, this might be the case. But again, awareness. Awareness is being created by pausing, stopping, doing reflections. What I do sometimes during the day, I'm like, oh, this is interesting thing that I need to switch this. It was like a light bulb the other day. I was typing, I was creating content, I was writing email, and the email did not want to like help me with my writing, meaning like correcting the mistake. I'm like, oh, so I have to do this. I have to switch the other thing. You know, it's like an underdog story. The English is my second language, but I love to write. I used to love writing when I was in high school, and when I was on my university. I used to love writing in my language. It was something that I absolutely loved, and I want to carry this on with English, but sometimes it's hard for me. So I make mistakes. Not a biggie. And look, it's like that's how you have to come to life. It's like, okay, I'm making a mistake. So what? It's not the end of the world, you know? As long as you can share your message and share your vision, that's the whole goal. So just kind of deviating from the subject, but it was like a light bulb. Oh, I need to do this before this. Especially when you come into an obstacle, that's when the light bulb lit up. The light bulb is there when you come into an obstacle. You're trying, nothing is working, and then boom, out of nowhere, it's like you maybe you went through the struggle, but then you figure it out. So remember these points. Remember them. And how you remember things? By writing down, like taking notes. And look, our mind is busy. I said this in my last episode. Our mind is so busy. The subconscious mind always thinks. It never stops. So your head is full of thoughts. And if you not write them down, you might forget, because you think about this, then you think about this, then it's the house, and it's the business, then it's another thing. It's like all over. So how can you make those compartments? By writing it down. Write it down. Put it on a piece of paper. When you work at work, maybe have a pad and paper somewhere that you can start writing down. And when you have a time to update things, put it on a side. So guys, again, how can you change the mindset pattern? Develop the habits. Treat the weekend as a continuation of the week. It's not a separate entity. It's all together. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's continuation of the week. That's how you're going to save yourself. See what these triggers are. Restaurants, friends, staying at home, being bored, creating the non-negotiable. If you don't work out during the weekend, start working out. Use that energy that you have to burn extra calories. And see what you're putting in your mouth, because that's important. Don't be just blindfolded and listen to what others say, because you are not someone else's mission or vision. You are your own entity, and you need to stick to your mission. If your goal is weight loss, if your goal is to become happy and healthy, you need to do this for yourself, because you will recognize this how you feel on Monday. And that's why, let me tell you, this goes to the next episode. We've had so many episodes. I've even posted episodes. They are all on my YouTube channel. Join my YouTube channel. If you guys are here, I see you logging. More of you guys are popping in. In my bio, there is a link directly to my YouTube channel. Every day there is a content. Every day there are different videos of workouts, how to do certain workouts. We post so much content on my channel and also on Peak Physique NY. Because this will help you. This will help you to become better. But what I was going to say is this leads to Monday. That's why so many people hate Mondays. Hate Mondays because their mindset has changed and shifted on a weekend. Because they were not who they supposed to be. They were not leaning towards growth. They were not leaning towards becoming better. They were not leaning towards activity. They were not leaning towards doing something not for themselves, for others. And that's why they hate Mondays. They oversleeping instead of getting up out of the bed with the alarm clock and not be a button snoozer. Like you hit the button 10 times and what do? And you waste the time. You can't even remember this. Each time you hit that button, your mind is already entering. If you've ever read a book about sleeping, it shows you the phases. And there are certain times when you wake up and you get up, you're gonna feel better than if you would wake up at an hour later. We're talking about these 3-hour phases. If you're gonna skip that, and if you're gonna hit the snooze button, you're gonna be laying there. Your body cannot recover. Because you're already at some level of waking up. You're just wasting time, and you are not giving yourself a recovery at any point. You're actually gonna feel worse. So set up the alarm clock. Jump out of bed, have a mission, say your mantra, create that mantra in your head. You have to have some mantra. And all this stuff we have in our courses. You don't need to join live course. This is up to you how you do it. However, if you need someone that will push you to the next level, someone that will tell you the truth, someone that you might feel like, you don't want to hear this, but you should hear this, because that's a real coach, somebody that will point things out to you and tell you you should be doing otherwise. That's how you grow. So if you need that someone, text me today, send me a message if you don't want to join the group courses, because that will change your life. And I promise you, you're gonna see a light at the end of the tunnel. That's how it happened for many clients. My clients start writing books, they losing weight. They run different companies. You name it. There's always a place for someone. But you need to have that direction. And you're going to create that direction by creating these habits, these disciplines. And trust me, the disciplined world is much better than undisciplined. Because being undisciplined is easy. Being disciplined is hard. And that's why when you look around, you're going to realize who is disciplined, who is not. Who is having trouble and who has the life put together, who is not. It's so easy to establish. But it's not late. It's not too late. There is always a way, guys. There is always a way. So don't wait till tomorrow. Today is what we have. And if you procrastinate another day, if you wait another day, it's not only you deviating from that vision, you forgetting your vision, but then also you're not doing any action towards what you want. Either it's weight loss, starting a company, doing something different, changing your life, whatever there is. It's like, this is the day. So with this said, we gotta finish up. It's time. I hope you got some good points today. And again, please, on social media, you guys are on Instagram, click the bio. You have the courses right there. Sign up. There are amazing deals on getting into our workouts platform as well, because we're talking about mind, body, and business. And remember, then will you take the necessary step to implement what you're learning here so you can get to the next level of your life? It's totally up to you and no one else. But I encourage you today to take ownership and strive for better life so you can reach the fullness with no excuses mindset, guys. So thank you so much for joining again. I will see you guys next week at another No Excuses. And again, looking for some answers, submit a question, send me a topic, and we can talk about this. Talk to you guys soon. No excuses.